All right, let's take a few minutes and go through the clicker quiz here, and then hopefully that will help you with the some of the problems. Okay, I can sense that we're not quite ready yet with these problems. Well, I'm gonna start with one first. All right, so let's see how you did. If a wooden block slides down an incline at a constant velocity, the force of friction must be equal to the, and I guess maybe I should draw a picture here. Wooden block slides down an incline at a constant velocity. The force of friction would have to be equal to the FD, force down the plane, which is the B. What the heck? Do I actually have D there? Correct answer?
No, I was correct answer B.
Did you get it right when you said B? Why does it say correct answer D there? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Okay, yes, B. Maybe. Needed to be refreshed. So it's BFD down the plane, which I see some people got right. So A, force perpendicular incline, that's this one here. No, not that one. Okay, FD. A box of weight W rests on a plane inclined at 30 degrees. What is the magnitude of the component of the weight force that acts parallel to the incline? In other words, what is FD? Well, the weight is W, right? That means W is equal to mg, and FD is equal to mg sine theta. So it's going to be W sine theta, which is O. So it's going to be whatever sine of 30 degrees is. And I should know that. I guess it's half, yes. That's a little bit of a tricky one there, eh? A little stinky a little bit. Yeah, by throwing the W in there, it sort of messes you up a little bit, but you should be able to handle that. Dallas, are you watching? Okay, an empty wooden crate is slid across the warehouse floor. If the crate were filled, the coefficient of kinetic friction between the floor and the crate would remain the same. The mu values always stay the same. You cannot change the mu value unless you change the surface, like lubricating it or sanding it down or something like that, okay? When you actually fill it, then what do you actually change? You'll notice here that they talk about the force of kinetic friction. Because the mu value stays the same, and Fn, because you fill it, the weight force, which is equal to the normal force, increases to make the mu value the same. What has to happen to the Ff? It must increase. So 4 is B. Okay? Yeah, well, the Jets are not winning the Super Bowl, so I'm not really sure why that's even in there. I should change that to, I could put the Leafs win the Stanley Cup, and then it will never, ever be out of date. Hey, man. I'm not even old enough to have ever witnessed them win a Stanley Cup. That's all I'm saying. Big win the other night, though. I didn't know you. A 5 Newton block with a surface area A is dragged across a horizontal wooden table and experiences a friction force of 2 newtons. What is the friction force acting on the 5 Newton block when the surface area is increased to 2A? And the answer is exactly the same. How come? Because area does not matter. Area does not matter. Okay? The area does not matter. Which pair of quantities could be used to determine the coefficient of friction for granite on concrete? You need, to get mu, you need FF over Fn. Mass and speed of the block? No. Mass and normal force? No. Oh, hang on. Maybe. Friction force and speed of the block? No. Friction force and normal force? That's what you want, right? D? Yay, D. Would B work? No, it wouldn't, right? Because mass and normal force are basically equivalent. So you need the mass to get the normal force, yes. But you need friction force. Number 7, the force required to start an object sliding across a uniform horizontal surface is larger than the force required to keep the object sliding at a constant velocity. These forces are different because the force of friction is greater than the force of static friction, decreases as the speed of the object is relative to the surface increases as the speed of the object relative to the surface increases, or is less than the force of static friction. Yes, kinetic is always less than or equal to. Correct answer is D, less than or equal to. I should probably have the word kinetic in there, right? In the description. Number 8. A 50 Newton horizontal force is needed to keep an object weighing 500 newtons moving at a constant velocity of 2 meters per second across a horizontal surface. The magnitude of the friction force acting on the object is, because it's moving at a constant velocity, right? If you need 50 newtons of horizontal, then that means that the friction force would be also 50 newtons. They are equivalent, right? Because constant velocity means net force of 0. So the answer is D. And I see most people got that. That's good. 20 Newton block slides over a horizontal table. If it takes a force of 5 newtons to move the block at a constant velocity, what is the force of kinetic friction on the block? Again, constant velocity, net force is 0. If it takes 5 newtons to move the block at a constant velocity, what is the force of kinetic friction? Basically, that's the same question as the last one, isn't it? 5 newtons. I hope that's right. Yay. Number 10, a 20 Newton block slides over a horizontal table. If it takes a force of 5 newtons to move the block at constant velocity, what is the coefficient of kinetic friction? That would be 5 over 20, right? U equals FF over FN, 5 over 20, B, 0.25. So how did we do overall? Overall, we got about 59%. Not bad, but not terrible.